Hey Tabatha.
Hey Sharilyn.
What are we doing today?
Today we're freaking out. We're doing the mid-year freakout tag.
Ah! So grab a beverage and let's get booking with the bestie.
Cheers. So we have some questions we're going to be answering. Sharilyn knows literally none of the questions. So
Sharilyn knows literally nothing.
I've seen this for years now because watching a lot of booktube, but never gotten to do it before. So here we are. All right, so I have the questions loaded up, ready to go. Question 1 is the best book that you've read so far this year.
Oh, I guess I can just answer it. Yeah, Silver Blood Promise by James Logan. It's around here somewhere.
It's right here.
It's right here.
Clearly.
Crazy. Magic. There are a lot of great books I've read this year, but that one takes the cake. I love it.
Yeah, that's a very, very good one. This is a very hard question for us because we have done nothing but read mostly 5-star predictions. So a lot of them have been 5 stars. They've been phenomenal. I would say for me, I think I'm going to go with Sword of Kaigen.
Yeah.
Sword of Kaigen just, it speaks to my soul. I cried. I had such a great time with that one and such a sad time with that one. So that one will live in my brain forever. So I'm going to go with Sword of Kaigen.
Yeah, fair.
Next question is the best sequel you've read this year.
Golden Sun.
That was fast. That was a really fast answer.
Yeah, because, well, I said Silver Blood Promise and then remembered, I also read Red Rising, 1 through 3. So, like, Red Rising as a whole is, like, top tier for me. But, yeah, when it comes to, sequel, so it was on my mind. But, yeah, because Golden Sun is just, and Morning Star. Both of those are sequels. So I can say, honestly, at that point, I would even maybe say Morning Star as the best sequel.
But the thing is, yeah, it would count.
Is it book 3? Yeah.
The problem is you were ready to DNF with Red Rising and Golden Sun sold you. It was at the end that it sold you.
Yeah, it was like Red Rising like brought me back at the very end, and then I was like, okay, like we'll see where this goes. But then yeah, it was in Golden Sun. It was in Golden Sun where I was like, okay, this series is it. But then it was in Morning Star where I cried so many times and just felt like the depth of the series and a lot of the themes. So yeah, they kind of tie, but I think Morning Star is just enough above.
Yeah. I think for me, I was gonna have to look this up just now, but I actually came up with an answer, and it's Jade War.
Ooh,
that was a fantastic sequel. I didn't love the first book like at all, but I loved the second book, and it made me so excited to read the third book, which I have mixed feelings about. But that's not the point, though. The point is that Jade War is fantastic. It is a top tier book. The next question is new release you haven't read yet but want to.
So many. I think the first one that comes to mind is The Devils.
That was for me too. Yeah. Let's just go with The Devils. It's on the top of the brain right now as a new release. So, yep. Agreed. Question 4 is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. We have the same answer.
The Blackfire Blade.
Yep.
Silver Blood, book 2.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Oh,
so excited.
There's
But
there's also the final book in Empire of the Vampire.
Yeah, and there's another Sun Eater coming out.
Oh, I think even more so than the final book in Sun Eater, since we haven't finished book 1.
Yeah. We haven't read the rest of the series yet.
So, yeah, I think going with Blackfire Blade, I think that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm like most anticipating.
And you haven't started Empire of the Vampire?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I have to say Empire of the Dawn.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. That series is really, really good. I love that series. I love Silver Blood Promise too, so it's great that they're both neck and neck, yeah. But I'll go with, especially since you've got Blackfire Blade, so we've got that covered.
We'll represent both of them.
Yeah. Biggest disappointment, Jade Legacy.
You just talking about not skipping a beat. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's not even necessarily like it's not a bad book by any means. I just, coming from the wonder that was book 2 and going into we're gonna skip through everybody's lives, that really was disappointing to me.
Yeah.
I'll check and see if there's anything that was more disappointing, but
Imagine.
Yeah, I just have that one. That's the only book I can say disappointed me.
I would say the biggest disappointment for me was Leviathan Wakes. because I had no idea. I hadn't watched the show. I had no idea what it was about.
You had hyped it up.
I had hyped it up in my mind so much, and I was coming off Red Rising even, and it was just nothing like what I expected from it. And it went like zombie apocalypse route, and I was like, I'm not into zombies at all whatsoever. Not that it was actually zombies, but it was like, it looked like it was veering in that direction, and I was just like, this ain't it, dog. That was not it for me. Yeah, so I think that was the biggest disappointment, that book was nothing at all like I thought it was going to be, even though I knew literally nothing about it, and I should have known better. Yeah.
Sometimes going in with an amount of expectations is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe knowing just enough, just a little bit more than pretty cover is, that can set you up for a little more success.
Yeah, we're never gonna do that. We're never gonna listen to our own advice.
Nah, fam.
But we know we should be. Oh, the next one is much happier. Biggest surprise. I know what I'm picking.
Biggest surprise. I feel like I could go the Red Rising series route.
That was a surprise for me that you loved it so much.
That's true. You didn't expect me to even like it as a series.
Yeah.
I feel like my biggest surprise could have been it with Nevernight. That
wasn't surprising to me at all. Although it's surprising for you.
the fantasy horror and like how how bloody and violent it is.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting to love it as much as I do. Like,
That's true.
I absolutely do love that book. I was expecting like to have a good time. I really didn't know, again, what I was getting into, but I did expect it to be like, this is worth checking out. How things I like it, so I probably will. But then how much I love it was, I would say that was a surprise. Also a surprise to me in general is just getting so much into sci-fi and sci-fantasy. Mm-hmm. Did not see that coming.
Yeah. That was not on my radar.
Your bingo, your 2025
no,
bingo.
That one. Mine was Discovery.
Ooh.
That was a huge surprise. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that absolutely blew me away, and was, if I didn't know that this question was coming, I would have put that as potentially as my best book of the year so far. It's really close with Sword of Kaigen. It was phenomenal. So that was a huge, huge surprise. I also have never really been drawn to cosmic horror, so
I didn't even know until now that it was a genre option.
So that's a big surprise for you that
that's true.
That's a genre.
Yeah, the genre at all is the biggest surprise of the year. Yeah, and definitely, that book too was, I could say the same thing. That was a very big surprise. Just how mind blowing.
Yes.
How incredible it was. All the things.
Ooh, favorite new author. Ooh.
Oh dang! Like everything, I feel like everything I've read this year has been new authors to me.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh.
Silverblood Promise is a really good contender too. We've already covered that one.
I feel like as far as an author's like style goes, it would have to be, because I read mine I started this author in January, so I can say this, Robert Jackson Bennett. But you started in December. I guess Jay Kristoff has also been. I also read him first this year.
Yeah, I've read mostly from the same authors that I've read from before. Mm-hmm. So I have to either I'm going to go with two here, and I'm going to go with James Logan and J.A.J. Minton for that one, because I've read mostly the same authors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Robert Jackson Bennett, but J.J. Minton also. Yeah, if we're doing two, then I'm just going to hop on that one. Yeah, as far as their writing style goes.
And then potentially, we haven't finished the book yet, but Christopher Rocchio is...
He is a contender.
Strong contender. Oof. Then I only read 12 pages of that Gene Wolfe book.
That's right.
But man, that was a good 12 pages. And I read like 60 pages of N.K. Jemisin, and she's a strong contender. So
that's right.
Just need to finish those books so that I can
actually talk about them.
Count them. Okay, next is newest fictional crush. Now we're gonna change this to be more of like newest favorite genre or trope or any kind of thing like that, to fit more of the speculative fiction and less in the romance category.
Yeah, for me it would definitely be fantasy mystery. So Robert Jackson Bennett, Tainted Cup and Drop of Corruption, those have been, because I love mysteries, but I love the taking it a step further in a fantasy world with your own rules and getting to do just all sorts with creating mysteries and then solving them, I am.
I'm gonna add one more for you, and that's Roman Empire influence.
Yeah, dude. Like, okay, yes, from Red Rising and then into Empire of Silence and soon The Will of the Many and other things that you have thought of for me that
Warhammer. I'm gonna get her into some Warhammer eventually. We're working up there.
Fine.
Warhammer does have some violence that we gotta take some baby steps here, okay, guys?
From the stuff I've already read, I need
there
more baby
are
steps.
Buckets of bodies. The one that sticks out in my brain is there's a painter in one book, and she has a bucket of bodies, and she's using that bucket to paint. So yes, violence.
That just sounds like she needs help. I'm confused.
Yes, there's a lot, and that's not even, there's a lot that goes into that, okay? And she's like carving herself and like using her own blood to paint. There's a lot. There's a lot in
You want me to read this?
Yes, I do.
I thought we were friends. Mom, come pick me up and
That's why I said baby steps.
Apparently, it gets worse. Okay, well, anyway, how about you? Your favorite?
Yes, cosmic horror, I would say.
Yeah.
That's a newfound love. I'm loving that so much. All right, so next is newest favorite character. Oh, there's so many characters.
Oh, jeez. Oh, shoot. Now I have more in my head. Like, there was one that came to mind instantly, and now I'm thinking
Who came
more.
to mind instantly?
Rocky.
Oh, Rocky's good.
Yeah.
Rocky. She's sticking with Rocky.
Yes, Rocky from, can I say it?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Rocky from Project Hail Mary.
Yes. That's a good one. I also read that this year, so
yes.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah. Except
Except Misaki from Sword of Kaigen. Phenomenal character.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal character.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna go with that one. Book that made you cry. Well, not to
Morning
be repetitive, but
Morning Star.
Sword of Kaigen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Multiple times.
Question 12, which I have not been consistently saying these numbers, so whatever. Question 12, book that made you happy.
Oh, so many books have made me happy. What have I read this year?
Oh, I've got mine.
I think I do too.
If it's the same book.
Oh, no, it won't be. You didn't read this one. This
Okay,
year. No.
okay.
Wait, no, now I want to know what you're guessing, what you're saying.
Silver Blood Promise. That made me so happy to read it. It had
Yeah.
such good, funny moments.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I was gonna go with I'm Afraid You've Got Dragons.
Oh,
That was really good. That one was just so much fun to read.
So heartwarming.
Yes, I loved how fairy tale-esque it was, but it was also very humorous.
So
and
goofy.
lighthearted despite some heavier situations and themes. So yeah, that was a good one.
Yes.
That made me happy.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
And, did I say that last one was question 12? Mm-hmm. I was a liar. That was question 11. Question 12. Most beautiful book you've bought this year. I bought a lot of beautiful
We've
books.
got so many books. There are a few. I love our aardvark copies of Tainted Cup and Drop of Corruption. So I don't have nearly as many special editions as someone else. However, the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of The Night and the Moth is stunning.
Yeah.
And the reason I have it in my hands already is because it's gorgeous, rather than like waiting until I had more of a desire to read it. I will get there, don't worry. I just had to grab it.
We have
while
it
I
for
could.
book club coming up. So
Yes, we have it for
you're
book
gonna
club
read it
coming
soon.
up, so I needed to get it, and so I rushed to get the gorgeous Barnes & Noble
It's
exclusive.
stunning.
Yes.
I think they did such a good job with this one. They don't always have like the quality paper and the quality binding.
But
But
yeah,
this one's really good quality.
Yeah, this is the kind that you feel like you could whack someone over the head with, and like, yeah.
It feels worth, because sometimes they'll just slap on the sprayed edges and call it a day, and they
like,
still have the markup price. But this has quality, so you feel like you're getting what you paid for.
Yeah. As far as beautiful goes, this is definitely my most beautiful book of this year.
And mine is probably going to be Blood Over Brighthaven, the Broken Binding edition. This book is gorgeous. It is very, very gorgeous. So, yeah. Broken Binding, you could pretty much...
Pretty much across the
any of
board,
them.
the most beautiful will be from them.
yeah. Stunning.
They are, yes, always.
And then we have one more question. And that is... What books do you need to read by the end of the year?
So many. So many. More
Sun Eater.
than I can possibly
we want to read all of Sun Eater before that release.
Yeah.
Which is a task. So many. It's daunting. It's a little daunting how many that we're really, really trying to prioritize.
Yeah.
So we just don't like to think about that, you know?
That's asking a lot.
We have a lot of options here.
We do.
See, that's the thing. That's the good thing about having a TBR hundreds of books long, is that you have a lot of options and no rush at all. It would be cool to read the first Malazan book by the end of the year.
Yeah.
I think that would
That'd
be really
a good
cool.
goal to have.
Work our way up towards that one, just because most people who have read it have it as their number one read. Oh, I want to reread The Hobbit and Fellowship of the Ring, and then we want to read all of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I think we want to do that in September for like Hobbit Day, so that would be cool.
Yeah, there's so much I want to read, but not necessarily like with the deadline of by the end of the year, just as soon as possible.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Empire of Silence is the biggest one because of the last book coming out.
And it would be so cool to be a part of that hype.
Yes.
So
gotta get on that. But then otherwise...
And Lord of the Rings, because we're doing that in September, so that is another one.
Do you know when the second book after The Will of the Many comes out? Is that this year?
I want to say it is. Strength of the Few. Let's see.
Yeah, if that one's coming out this year, then I want to read that.
Strength.
November.
Oh, it is November. Okay, well, add that to the most...
Yeah, I mean, I just need to read The Will of the Many. Have you read The Will?
I've read The Will of the Many 3 times.
Yes, so you don't need to worry about reading. Well, you might want to reread it. But if you've read it 3 times, I believe in you.
I don't.
I do.
For some reason.
You've 3 times?
Okay, yeah, I'm probably
like,
good.
come on, like it should be ingrained.
I'll
just be able to like talk to you about it, and I'll come back. There you
that's
go.
true. That's true.
So I will read The Will of the Many for us.
Yes,
this
there are
year.
definitely scenes that stake very highly in my brain.
See?
That opening scene, and there's like an arena scene.
Ah, there we go. It's coming back. You just have to give it a sec.
Oh, and the cafeteria.
I like food. Food fight?
Oh, there's a really cool situation.
That looked like chess. I don't know.
Something like that. That was really cool.
See, it's coming back.
Yeah,
okay, perfect.
Yeah, you just gotta prime the brain a little bit.
Yes, I'll read Will of the Many. We'll read Empire of Silence.
Dude, November is stacked.
There are so many books
That's
coming
also
out.
when Empire of the Dawn comes out.
Yeah.
Which you'll need to read the first 2.
Right, so I also need to read Empire of the Empire and Empire of the Damned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chop.
There's more we need to read in 25 than I realized.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
Thank you guys so much for joining us on our mid-year freakout tag. If you're watching this, consider yourself tagged.
I was going to say freaked out, but no, tagged makes more sense.
Yes.
Hopefully you're not freaked out, because that'd be a strange way to leave our videos if you're like, what's wrong with them? No, I feel like we're actually more chill this go around.
This was chill vibes.
Like oddly chill.
We were like zen.
Yeah, like what is that? We are literally the most chaotic.
Yeah.
And this is a freak out.
There wasn't even a cat screaming in the background.
I know, she's napping.
She's sleeping.
Yeah.
All right, well, if this is your first video seeing us, know that
Don't
we
get
are
used to this.
way more chaotic. But hopefully you'll be along for the ride. Let us know what your favorite books were so far in 2025, what you're planning on reading.
And if you're not feeling chatty, leave us the little emoji for a freak out.
Fair enough.
Cheers, besties.